Welcome to the Hapeville Charter Career Academy commencement ceremony for the class of 2020, where Candace S. Bethay serves as principal and Winston Gordon, along with Danita Pettiford, serve as assistant principals. We would also like to recognize our foundation board, Diane Terry, Chief Executive Officer, Terry Martin, Chief Financial Officer, and Lou Valero, Secretary. Our interim executive director is Dr. Gary Martin. We would also like to recognize our Fulton County Schools board member, Kimberly Dove. Hapeville Charter Career Academy provides students with a challenging and encouraging learning environment that substantially prepares students for post-secondary plans and the workforce. Today, you will see the result of the hard work of our seniors who have met the requirements to become graduates of our institution and begin to make their way in the world. At this time, please stand for the national anthem. We will now hear from Hapeville Charter Career Academy Principal Candace S. Bethay.
To our board members, faculty, staff, parents, family members, and most importantly, the class of 2020. It is my honor to welcome you to the first virtual graduation ceremony in the history of Hapeville Charter Career Academy. I am Candace Bethay, and I'm the proud principal of this great school. A little over 2 months ago, we were preparing to enter a planned extended weekend, the spring sports season, and the last 9 weeks of our school year when suddenly our world stopped due to COVID-19. This stop or life reset has been out of our control, and for many, including me, it has caused us to involuntarily adjust and reflect on life. We went from a daily routine to more free time than we could have ever imagined. I'm not sure what each of you faced individually, but I hope that this time has been well spent with family and provided a mental health break from the stresses of school and work. Students of the class of 2020, this may be one of the hardest challenges of your life. Many of you have regrets for your senior year, but I want you to promise me that you will not dwell on yesterday. We cannot change the past. I hope that you will not allow hindsight to interfere with your future. Please take the lessons of today and prepare for tomorrow. In 5 weeks, you have learned the value of communication, relationships, proactivity, and working independently. You've had your crash course in online learning that will serve as the foundation for college, the military, and the workforce. You have witnessed history, politics, and economics at work daily on social media, the television, and conversations at home. You have listened to the science and the math of a pandemic. In 5 short weeks, you have taken everything you have learned over your years of schooling and applied the lessons to the real world. You have quickly learned the biggest lesson of life: change is inevitable. So the question is, where do you go from here? In 1967, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. wrote and delivered a speech entitled, "Where do we go from here?" Dr. King said that we must recognize where we are now before we can move forward. Graduates, you are in transition to the new phase of your life. You have completed high school and your journey will lead you to college, the military, or the workforce. Some of you are graduates of Georgia Military College and program completers at Atlanta Technical College. You are scholarship recipients and leaders. You are contributors to your community. You are student athletes who have balanced sports and academics. You are artists. You are intellectuals and honor students. You are comedians. You are friends. You are the energy that we will miss daily. You are preparing for your future by taking advantage of the time that has been unexpectedly given to you. Where do you go from here? You will continue to set goals, plan, and prepare. You will continue to challenge your brains and your bodies. You will create the blueprint for the next phase of your journey and for our world. You will be a responsible citizen. You will vote. You will volunteer to help others. You will organize your strength into economic and political power for generations to come. You will remember the days of yesterday, and you will allow those days to guide you to your future. You will grow into the person that you are destined to be. You may fail, but you will learn from your mistakes. You will recover. You will love, and you will laugh. You will create the path to make you happy and successful. Remember that your path and your destination is your own. Your success is your own. You have and you will make all of us proud. I sincerely regret that I cannot give you your diplomas, shake your hands, and give hugs today. I miss the nervous energy entering the arena, the smiles I envisioned on your faces, the countless selfies, the screams of support from family and friends, and all of the walks across the stage. I find comfort in knowing that each of you is surrounded by your family, friends, and loved ones during this virtual graduation ceremony. As an educator, I have always looked forward to preparing my students and letting them go, knowing that they are ready for the next step. Today, I know that the Hapeville Charter Career Academy Class of 2020 is beyond ready for the next step. I am confident that my Hornets will leave the hive and exceed all of our greatest expectations. I am extremely proud of each and every one of you, and it is indeed my honor to serve you as your principal. On behalf of the faculty and staff, I can say that we are all here to support you along your journey to excellence. Whatever is coming next, it will be a story that you will own. Class of 2020, go forth and be great.
Over the past 4 years, students have worked diligently to achieve new academic heights and prepare for a successful college and professional career. We will now recognize students for their achievements. The following named students are members of the National Honor Society: Abigail Anochi, Brooklyn Bing, Don Tonio Farmer Williams, Imani Higginbotham, Jada Millington, Chloe Pierre Mitchell, Shayla Rodriguez Hernandez, Jobana Salas Elias, Alexander Tapia Tellez. The following students have earned an associate's degree from the Georgia Military College, along with their high school diploma: Don Tonio Farmer Williams, Aja Hawkins, Anaya Jones, Savion Smith. The following students have earned certificates from Atlanta Technical College: Raven Berry, Patient Care Assistant; Antonio Thomas Jackson, Emergency Medical Responder; Cameron Wilson, Automotive Technology. Our next award is for the Ronald Reagan Leadership Medal. This prestigious award is presented to the graduating student who best exemplifies the characteristics of drive, humility, and service before self. The winner of the Ronald Reagan Leadership Medal for Hapeville Charter Career Academy Class of 2020 is Savion Smith. The AJC Cup began in 1927 and is one of the oldest news organizations award programs in the country. This prestigious award honors one individual chosen by our school's faculty and administration who best represents academic excellence, leadership, community service, and extracurricular involvement. The winner of the AJC Cup for the Hapeville Charter Career Academy Class of 2020 is Shayla Rodriguez Hernandez. Our next honor is the Page Star student. The Page Star student is the student who earned the highest SAT score in their graduating class. The Page Star student for Hapeville Charter Career Academy Class of 2020 is Alexander Tapia Tellez. The next honor is for our salutatorian, the student who has earned the second highest grade point average in the class. The salutatorian for the Hapeville Charter Career Academy Class of 2020 is Abigail Anochi. Our final honor is for our valedictorian, the student who has earned the highest grade point average in the class. The valedictorian for the Hapeville Charter Career Academy Class of 2020 is Chloe Pierre Mitchell. Congratulations, students, for your hard work and achievements. At this time, Hapeville Charter Career Academy Class of 2020 salutatorian Abigail Inochi will deliver her commencement address.
Greetings to all board members, faculty, staff, students, and families who are joining our virtual graduation ceremony. Sadly, this is not the traditional ceremony that we were hoping for. We were ready to have our names called, our family and friends to ignore the request to hold all screaming and cheering until the end, and to shake the hands of our administrators one last time. All in all, I would like to thank God for this day because we are still able to graduate and have not been victims of COVID-19. High school. I remember when I was preparing to become a freshman and the endless waves of advice I received from aunties, uncles, cousins, friends, and my parents. Make sure you pick your friends wisely. High school is where you'll find yourself. And the most popular. Your freshman year is your most important. This is the foundation for your GPA. The numbers of honors, AP, and accelerated classes I took were extremely worth it because the classes led me to where I am today. And these 12 years of schooling are just the beginning of a prosperous future, not just for me, but for all of us. I remember always asking my teachers to check my work before turning it in because I never trusted myself. Thank you to Mrs. Choi for being the first teacher to help me break this habit and to all of my teachers who aided me as well. You all pushed me to become confident in my work, and with this, many of my traits were strengthened as well. My determination to become more independent, my leadership and communication skills, and my flexibility would not have been developed and refined if you all had not cared for me so much. High school challenged and changed me in many ways. I had to grow academically and mature simultaneously. My mother is a proud Ghanaian woman with a strong and unwavering belief system towards school. When it comes to education, she always tells me to take advantage of it, as she was not given a chance to have one. Her strong beliefs ignore the social aspect of high school, no matter how many times my dad would attempt to convince her to let me have fun. But even though I missed out on a lot socially, she kept me focused, and she will always be my main source of motivation. Throughout these 4 years at Hapeville, many memories were made, many friendships were created, and many friendships lost. Teachers and friends became the family that made high school fun. I will never not miss being the annoyingly loud and bothersome classmate that made everyone's head spin. I will never not miss going outside for pep rallies instead of a gym. I will always be grateful for having a voice because the staff cared. I will always be grateful to my friends for staying up late with me to complete essays and projects and all types of assignments we all procrastinated on. I will always be grateful to all the adults in my life who guided me and showed me that they were always there for me. I want to leave with all students. I know that this year wasn't the best, but we're built to overcome all things thrown our way. And I know Hapeville was not the traditional high school, but it is because of this that I know that we can and will always make the best out of all our opportunities, no matter how big or small. I really wish I would have listened to Enjoy High School. It would be gone just like that, because I wasn't able to enjoy my entire senior year. I'm pretty sure we all feel the same way, and if this pandemic has taught me anything, it has taught me that I need to start appreciating all the people and things I take for granted. So thank you to my mommy, my dad, my aunties, my uncles, my friends, and most importantly, God, for motivating me when I needed it. Throughout all the doubt I faced, knowing that my village of supporters is proud of me regardless is worth it. As a Ghanaian, I understand how important it is to not only make my family proud, but to also make my country proud and myself proud. I urge you all, do not be frightened, be inspired. This is a quote that I created and that I will always carry with me because they say anything worth having is worth fighting for. And I believe that we owe it to ourselves, our elders, and all those who paved the way for us to make our mark as the next leading generation. Congratulations, class of 2020. We did it.
Well done, Abigail. Thank you for your inspiring words. Now, let's welcome the Hapeville Charter Career Academy Class of 2020 valedictorian, Chloe Pierre Mitchell, as she delivers her commencement address.
Good evening, parents, faculty, staff, and the Class of 2020. I'm Chloe Pierre Mitchell, the valedictorian of the Hapeville Class of 2020, and I'm so proud of not only myself, but my classmates for graduating. Before I begin, I would like to thank God, my mom, my nana, my brothers, my church, my counselor, my teachers, and my classmates for sticking with me and encouraging me through the long but short years of high school. Just the other day, were in Miss Cohen's class together, in 9th grade having fun and getting to know each other. Now we're graduating, and we're becoming young women and men of society. Throughout high school, one of the biggest things that I learned is to make your dream reality, and that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. As an 8th grader entering the 9th grade, I joked to my family and myself that I was going to get all A's, and I really didn't think anything of it until I kept repeating it and repeating. The more I repeated that I was going to get all A's and become the best, the more serious it got, and eventually, when I was in 11th grade, being valedictorian was my full-fledged goal for high school. I learned that I do not give up easily, and I'm not swayed by people's words or actions. This whole experience of high school allowed me to grow within, and I hope it's the same for everyone receiving a diploma today. My one piece of advice from my class of 2020 is that you can do it. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Without this scripture in the back of my mind, on my mirror, on my phone, in my heart, I would have doubted my intelligence and not have the sense of security I have now. Whenever I felt I couldn't do it, in the back of my mind, a small little voice was cheering me on and chanting, "You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you." And I acknowledge that voice today. And to it, I want to say thank you. Although at times I couldn't hear you, I felt you, and I used that energy you gave me to feel reassured. Because of that small voice, I know that my future is as bright as the sun. So always say to yourself, you can do it, because the only thing stopping you is you. Believe in yourself.
Excellent job, Chloe. Your dedication to excellence is on display. At this time, we will take a look at our graduates. Enjoy the reflections of the class of 2020 through pictures.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything.
At this time, we will now hear from Principal Buffet and Board Member Kimberly Dove to certify the Class of 2020 as graduates of the Hapeville Charter Career Academy.
Board members, faculty, staff, parents, family members, and most importantly, the Class of 2020, I am pleased to confirm and certify that these students have met all of the necessary requirements for graduation as defined by the Georgia Department of Education, the Fulton County School System, and Hapeville Charter Career Academy. Ms. Dove, I am pleased to present the 2020 graduating class of Hapeville Charter Career Academy for certification.
As a member of the Fulton County Board of Education, I am pleased to certify that all students presented for their high school diploma have earned all rights and privileges associated with the Fulton County Schools diploma in the state of Georgia. Parents, relatives, friends, and faculty, we are proud to present the graduating class of 2020.
And now the moment that we've been waiting for. It is an honor and a pleasure to announce the graduates of Hapeville Charter Career Academy Class of 2020. As your name is called, please stand to be honored for receiving your diploma. Chloe Pierre Mitchell, Abigail Anochi, Samuel Aqua, Summer Alvarado, Ashley Anthony, Malia Arnold, Jerry Arzetta, Rosa Arzetta Mascata, Christina Ayers, Autumn Baisden, Cody Ballard, Marvelous Balagun, Sean Banks, Brandon Barnett, Dylan Bearden, Raven Berry, Brooklyn Bing, Jasmine Brown, Nico Brown, Takira Burks, Marcus Carroll, Jamarcus Carter, Miles Carter, Jaden Clark, Aaliyah Clay, Dallas Coleman, Shaq Diao, Nason Dickerson, Gloria DeSovi, Jessica Dueco, Michael Durr, Aaliyah Dye, Samuel Eccles, Jaquez Edwards, Destiny Emmanuel, Dontonio Farmer Williams, Amari Fisher, Kelvin Fleming, Deshaun Flowers, Isaiah Fowler, Brianna Bedema, Darian Gilliard, Kiwan Gladden, Destiny Glass, Antonio Gleaton, Tiasia Green, Bryant Griffin, Marquen Griffin, Librion Harris, Michaela Harris, Aja Hawkins, Brian Hernandez, Tyvis Hicks, Imani Higginbotham, De Niro Hightower, Eric Hilton, Ruth Jackson, Aminata Jawara, Heaven Johnson, Lakeisha Johnson, Anaya Jones, Jared Kendrick, Caleb King, Bethany Lamboy, Robert Lee, Louise Leon Maciel, Drucaria Lewis, Courtney Mabels, Armani Maddox, Darielle Maddox, Donovan McKeeza, Terrence Marcia, Rance McCrary, Gregory McGee, Micaiah Michaud, Jada Millington, Maishun Mitchell, Jarin Mobashira, Kenesha Moody, Warren Moss, Javier Mott, Keela Niles, Selena Pine, Bailey Poole, Rico Powers, Hariah Price, Alicia Putman, Jalea Roberts, Timothy Robinson, Shayla Rodriguez Hernandez, Kaya Ross, Raven Rowe, Kamaria Rucker, Nasim Ruiz, Isaiah Sadiq, Jobana Salas Elias, Justin Shelton, Seth Simon, Jeremy Singletary, Matthew Small, Delwyn Smith, Savion Smith, Atoria Steele, Kayla Steele, Jeremy Stevens, Chevelle Strozier, Alexander Tapia Tellez, Timothy Taylor, Stephen Tevi Titi, Cornelius Thomas, Antonio Thomas Jackson, Mariah Thompson, Tavares Thorbs, Terrence Thorbs, Tanisha Ward, Ricard Watson, Joseph Weirs, Venus Whitaker, Darius Williams, Tasia Williams, Devontae Williams, Eric Williamson, Cameron Wilson, Shara Wyatt, Caesar Zamora. What an outstanding and high-achieving class! Congratulations, class of 2020. You are resilient, you are intelligent, and you make us proud.